Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Folks, right off the bat, the new Marvel previews is out, and front and center, we have The Rise of Emperor Doom. 2025 is the year of Emperor Doom taking over the Marvel Universe, and I'm very excited about that event. If you haven't yet, go grab the new Marvel's previews. This is my Bible. I swear by this. All the good stuff coming out. Folks, welcome back to another episode of the Bad Boys Nerd F.O.C. Top 10. I'm your host, J-Dub, the Bad Boy Nerd. Welcome to the No FOMO Zone. F.O.C. Final Order Cutoff. That is the date when all the shops put in their orders so you can secure your copy of the hottest books coming out, the newest titles, your favorite covers, all the variants, the ratios, all the big premieres, first appearances, and what have you. Season four of doing this show. We are heading into 2025, and I am having a good time. Just when I think I've run out of books to talk about, they come up with something hot, folks. We're having another exciting show. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. I hope everyone can hear me. If you can, if you're live, and if I'm coming through loud and clear, say yo. If I'm not, say no. But yeah, every time a new list comes out, for those who don't know, once a week, when it's time for the FOC top 10 list, there's roughly 200 new physical books every week, at least 200 plus books. We're talking about new issues, all the variant covers, all the stories, all the publishers. 200. Yes, folks, that's how crazy I am. I actually filter through about 200 books every week. Some weeks, if you watch my show, if you follow me on Instagram, there are some weeks where there's a lot more than 200 books. There are some weeks where I could easily do a top 15, but for the integrity of this show, this is the top 10 show. I try to keep it at 10. That means someone doesn't make it. And it is sad. It's very sad that sometimes there's some books that don't make it. And someone would DM me and they'll be like, oh, yo, did you know such and such book is coming out? I'm like, yeah, I did. Just didn't make the final cut. What can I say? But here we are. We got a very, very exciting list today. I'm always excited. Anyone who follows me, I get so amped up over doing these lists. It's crazy. I usually think, at some point, the hype is going to die down. And then I look at the top 5, and then I look at the 10 through 6, and I'm like, nope. It's about to be another dope week. So here we are, season 4 of doing this. Let's just jump right into it. We always start off with a market update. Okay, so we're going to do a market update real quick. Look, right off the bat, hottest book in the industry right now, right off the bat. Mark Spears' Monsters. This is issue 2, the 1 in 25 Batman homage, McFarlane variant. This is just the hottest book. It's crazy. It's crazy how hot this book is. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already known that this was one of my picks way back in August. It was in my top 10, and I said, hey, you know what? Go ahead, take a chance. Take a chance, see if it's good. I said, if nothing else, it's good for the artwork. I actually said that. Ones of yous, went on ahead and pre-ordered it. I just went and bought the entire set of number 1. Lo and behold, that shit sold out immediately. Most shops didn't even get it. And then it just incredibly marketed skyrocketed up the charts. The aftermarket is blowing up. For some reason, I don't know why in hindsight, you are a bitch. For some reason, I didn't order the Bride of Frankenstein issue #1? Yeah, I ordered every other issue except that one, and that's the one selling for like $100. Of course. But I say that as I flipped multiple copies at $30, $40, $50 each because I, you know, had it on my own list, and I always buy my own list. Yeah, I actually pre-ordered this one as soon as it was available, and I got the other ones coming in. I pre-ordered them as soon as they came out. This is another book that's surprisingly hot, and we talked about it before. Dude, DC All-In Special, as you already know, is the first appearance of the Absolute Universe. And yeah, these are selling for $15 even. Now, they're still on shelves at some shops. You can still find them on the shelf. A lot of shops order incredible quantities of them. As more people start getting into Absolute Universe, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, more people are starting to realize that this is the first appearance, and so they're hunting them down. If you have a nice honey pot, and if you can find it, just go ahead and grab a copy. Just go ahead and have a copy, or like me, 8 copies. Yeah, because it's a pretty hot book. Dude, tell me what you think about Absolute Batman. Matter of fact, tell me what you think about Absolute Superman. Absolute Superman is amazing. It is amazing. Like seriously, I love Absolute Superman, and I'm not even really a Superman fan. I like Joshua Williamson's Superman. I like his take on it. I like when uh, uh, World's Finest, Mark Waid, Dan Mora. I like their take on Superman. But I'm not the world's biggest Superman fan, but I love me some Absolute Superman. I think it's incredible. Absolute Superman Part 2 came out to this new comic book day. Venom War #5, as you know, was one of my top 10 picks. This is heating up the charts. Multiples of those. Got a small stack right here. All new Venom came out this week. This was Venom 39's foreshadowing variant. That's heating up the charts as well. That was one of my top 10 picks. And I got some bangers today's list too. Don't worry. Sometimes I do see some FOMO online. It's kind of funny. Like people would be like, that book ain't all that. No, you're just saying that because you didn't get it. So here's a market update, folks. I got boots on the ground. Like I'm boots on the ground. I go through like 5 different shops. I'm looking at the shelves. I'm seeing what people are buying. This bad boy here is pretty much sold out. It's pretty much sold out. Spectacular Spider-Man #8. Can't really find it anymore. I was picking up anytime I walked in and they were still a copy, a near mint copy, sitting on the shelf. I would grab it. I have about 3 copies. But I checked all of my shops today. I couldn't find any copies of Spectacular Spider-Man #8. For those who don't know, this is the first, let me get that glare out of there. This would be the first cameo kind of appearance of Elementary. So the actual girl, all right, is a character that debuts here, and her powers manifest in this issue, right? So it depends on what people consider it first. But in this issue is when she activates her powers and becomes the hero that's going to be known as Elementary. Spectacular Spider-Man number 10 is going to be the debut, and I believe she's on the cover. You saw my other show. We featured her. She's on the FOC top 10. But this is my third week talking about these two books. Spectacular Spider-Man 8. If you got a nice honeypot and you can find it, grab it. Spectacular Spider-Man 9, Spider-Man are still on the shelves. All right, they're still on the shelves. And you can find them. You got a decent store. They're out there. That is the actual appearance of the what we got there. Oh, what's up? What up, man? What's going on? Yeah, man. Yeah, Rose Red. What's good, man? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. You guys know I'm a Star Wars. Excuse me. You know I'm a Star Wars fan. This bad boy right here. If you don't have it, the Battle of Jakku, Insurgency Rising has like 5 or 6 first appearances of some pretty major characters. All right, you can scoop that up. Matter of fact, they have a lot of debuts across all the issues. Really good characters. Really good characters. Now, story for me, 1 through 10, it's about a 7 for me. It's not one of the stronger Star Wars stories that I'm used to, but that's just my opinion. But overall, it is Star Wars. But yeah, if you can scoop some of these up, see if they're still on the shelf. A lot of strong debut characters in here, including that guy right there, guy next to him right there. So yeah, great pickup. And last but not least, and we're just going to jump right into the top 10. Back from vacay. Oh, cool, man. Was that like a Thanksgiving vacation or just a regular vacation? Where'd you go? Also, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this was one of my top 10 picks. This is I think this is Avengers Assemble. Stormbreakers. This is the first appearance of the new AI clocks. You got Miss Minutes, and then you got Dr. Clock and Sir Seconds or something like that. That's their first actual comic book appearance. This is so shameful. I ain't even read the damn book. Let me see. What book is this? Y'all needs to know. Yeah, it's Avengers Assemble number 4. Stormbreakers variant. It's got the new clock characters. A lot of stores that I go to only have maybe a couple of those on the shelf. I thought it was a pretty interesting book to pick up as a variant, showcasing first appearance of the new characters. The last time a book showcased new characters on the cover, that became Marvel's New Champions, and we already know the story about that. I'm not going to repeat it. Top 10 pick last year, 3 weeks in a row, but whatever. All right, look, that's enough of that. Let's just jump right into it because it's a lot to cover today. Check it out. FOC Top 10. We do it countdown style. What's up? Every week I pick 10 books. I highlight 10 books based on if they're going to be market movers, if they're going to be great stories, if I think the story is interesting, if I think it's something that you should probably pre-order because maybe stores aren't going to order enough, if it's a low print run, or if it's a hot book and it has a lot of potential, they make the top 10. Everybody ain't going to make it, but here's the 10 that did make it. Let's go ahead and kick this off because I'm very excited. Enough talking. Let's do this. All right, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is how we do. First of all, let me grab my notes because I've been taking mad notes. Here we go. All right. Coming in. At number 10, we have what? Zootopia. That's right. You know what? This is a very good movie. I actually like Zootopia. It's a funny movie. $1 billion at the box office. very, very well beloved movie. They're making a sequel. The reason this made my top 10 list is this is the first comic book debut of the Utopia characterization, the Utopia movie. Usually, animation, their very first comic book debut, they have a strong fan base, so usually they retain a lot of value. If you go and look at all of the really popular cartoons, even obscure ones like Star Trek Lower Decks. You go look at the Star Trek Lower Deck debut #1, it sells for like $15-20 because they have such a strong built-in fan base that people want to get the book. So anytime it's a first-time book debut, it's worth it. Now, obviously, because it's Dynamite, it's going to have like 100 covers. I'm just telling you right now. I like the foil variants. I like the negative color blue, the bottom bunny at the bottom. I like that one. But in most cases, the main cover is always the play, unless it's like an exceptional thing. You just want to get a main cover. Or not. Look, it's not everyone's cup of tea, right? But I gotta feature it on my top 10 because it is the debut of a major box office animated movie. So yeah, coming in at number 10, anchoring this whole list, is the debut of Utopia. Number 9, Galactus transforming people. Transforming Spider-Gwen. Now, the cool thing about this one is that, Spider-Gwen is forever the hero. So, Spider-Gwen with cosmic powers. I told y'all last week who I'm most interested. I want to see what happens with Rogue. I want to see what happens with Moon Knight. But we're going to continue this series because they all sound very cool to see all the different heroes. If you are old school like me, you remember Silver Surfer's Herald War, but he fought against all the different heroes, Fire Lord, Terrax, Airwalker, either fought them or team ups or stuff like that. So who knows, man? This could be something huge. I really want to see what Galactus does with the Incredible Hulk. But this one features Spider-Gwen coming in at number 9. It's pretty special. You guys ain't ready for it, but I like it. It sounds very cool. Ripperland. All right, so Dark Horse. This takes place in the future, the 22nd century. England has done a Brexit, and they have been transformed into like a Victorian theme park city or country or whatever you have. And sure enough, a Jack the Ripper copycat goes around terrorizing people in this high-tech Victorian era. So Ripperland #1, I just thought it sounded very cool. I love this artwork. I love this artwork. I'm really big into books like, what's her name? Lady Mechanica, I think it is. Lady Mechanica. Steampunk type stuff. I like stuff like that. I think those books are always kind of cool. So yeah, this one really caught my attention. Dark Horse, Ripperland coming in at number 8. All right, Amazing Spider-Man 66. It's the 8 deaths of Spider-Man. Each issue features a new scion of Sidorak. We already know that. You're collecting them because the story's kind of fun, kind of wacky, kind of goofy. It's kind of fun seeing all the different ways that Spider-Man can die. So that's coming in at number 7. This already gets juicy, like from here on. Like this list already picked up steam. All right, Sabretooth. The dead don't fall. So, if you haven't been tracking this is number 2, issue number 2, Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk. This is basically exploring Sabretooth's path before he got into all the weapon effect stuff, I believe. Obviously, before he met up with Logan and all that. How old is Sabretooth? Was he like 150 years old or something? but this explores his past when he went by a different alias. The reason this made my top 10 list, I'm not the biggest Sabretooth fan, but it is going to have a debut of a lot of very cool characters, including, if some of you have been tracking pre-orders online, there's going to be a big debut of a brand new character called Dragonfire. Let's see if I can find something on that. Yeah, it's going to debut Dragonfire, and Dragonfire is basically, she's like an Iron Fist type character. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. And it's very, very possible that she might debut with a cameo in issue number 2. Dragonfire right here. Who's going to make her appearance in issue 3? She looks amazing. That is amazing characterization. Now, as you can see, she can conjure her Iron Fist and manifest it into a sword, which I think is very badass. You know what else could do that? Lin Li, the new sword master, the Chinese sword master, he can also do that. But yeah, this is going to be her official debut, but something tells me she just might debut as a cameo in The Dead Don't Talk number 2. So, add that to your list, keep your eye on that, and that's why number 6. It gets better from here. It's great. This is a great list. Number 5. If you've been following me since, I don't know, 2020, 2021, you know I am a huge fan of the High Republic era. Now, the Star Wars hype has calmed down. It has calmed down over the years. I think there's a little bit of oversaturation of all things Star Wars. For my money, I think people really want to see more High Republic characterization adapted to the small screen, and it just has not happened yet. We did get the Nestor role, but there are so many great characters that they introduced, and we're really, at least I'm waiting for them. But every year, the High Republic Adventures puts out a great annual, an excellent annual. The list of writers: Kevin Scott, love his work. Charles Soule, love his work. And one of my favorite writers, Alyssa Wong, I think she's awesome. Among other great people, but yeah, every year, without fail, High Republic Adventures puts out a banger in their annual. It's a very thick 50+ page book, great stories. This year, so far, there's no cover B being announced. So cover A is it. These things sell out quick. And there are supposed to be some new characters debuting. So yeah, you either grab it or you don't. They always come with the slick coated hard stuff. I love Dark Horse for doing that. So coming in at number 5. More hotness coming. More hotness. Again, back to back Star Wars. First of all, anytime there's an AT-AT on the cover, anytime there's an AT-AT, I love it. I just love it. Battle of Jakku, last stand before. The Earl variant features an AT-AT, so I'm getting that. That has me right there. Let me move this ticker real quick. Diang variant. Diang, that's a badass cover right there for number 4. And of course, the main cover is always displayed. But if you want this badass Skywalker cover, Diang variant, if you like me and you love a dope ass AT-AT cover, it's the Earl's variant. They are supposed to be debuting a historical character. That's all they said. First time appearing ever. I don't know what that means exactly, but you know how it goes. By the time the word gets out, it's going to be a mad dash. to the stores. They're going to clear out the shelves, or you watch the shelf, so you can already put it in your pre-orders. You ain't got to dash the shit. Walk in the shop like I do and pick up the orders. Number 4. All right, here we go. Number 3 is about to get ill. Dude, yes, absolutely, Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon. Don't even hate. This is a great team up. Matter of fact, the last time I said grab the Dr. Doom one shot, what happened? Yeah, that happened earlier this year. So it went and skyrocketed to $30, $35, $40. Now, I'm not even going to sit here and tell you that this book is going to go crazy, but I will tell you that Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon makes all the sense in the world to me. Because why not, right? Because why the F not? 1 in 25 ratio variant right there. 2 covers, great covers. But yeah, I don't even know the story. I just know that J. Michael Straczynski is writing it. That's all I need to know. He's writing it, so I'm signed up. It's coming in at number 3 on my list. It just gets better from there. I'm excited. Number 2. Again, Star Wars with the hat trick. Star Wars with the hat trick. 3 spots on one list. Hold up. Speaking of spots on the list, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Cut the music. Speaking of spots on the list, we gotta do it. Let's just take a quick moment to appreciate this. Dudes, again, are you serious? Are you serious? Again, look at this. CBSI, who I love, puts out a hot 10. Look at their top 10. Their hot 10 is basically my FOC list. You got Monsters at number 1 and 2. You got West Coast Avengers coming in. Now, did I know about the surprise? Of course not. That's why it's a surprise. It was on my FOC top 10. Absolute Batman was on my list. The third print 125 ratio. Look at that. I just featured that last week. Second print error. We talked about that. The Mo, the infamous Mo, that was on my top 10. There's Venom War number 5, another top 10. And rounding it out, you literally just saw me feature it. Monsters 2, 1, and 25. I am absolutely killing it, I must say myself. When your FOC top 10 becomes someone else's hot 10, you're killing it. You're killing it. What else can you say about it? You can't even deny it. You're killing it. Let's get back to it. Let's make more history, shall we? Bad Batch, Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, Bad Batch, Ghost Agent. First of all, who doesn't love the Bad Batch, right? Bad Batch guys are awesome. I love everything about the Bad Batch. In this story, they're hunting down a ghost agent. Probably going to make a cover appearance. But this is going to be a great story. The hyperspace stories are always phenomenal. You got to make sure you look in your shop. Sometimes the hyperspace stories are in the kids section for whatever reason. They're always often like the kid artsy section, unless your shop has like the Star Wars section. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for Bad Batch Ghost Agent. Oh, and this is what did it for me. It's written by Michael Moretti. Michael Moretti, same guy that does hyperspace stories, same guy that writes Barbaric. If you don't know about Barbaric, you should read Barbaric. It is awesome. Owen, the Barbarian, and his talking act. Oh God, it's so good. It's so good. Michael Moretti, he writes that. He's writing this. I'm excited. Number 2. And here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this correctly. Come again at number one. Come again at number one. Let's do this correctly. Let's get some fanfare. Let's get a drum roll. There we go, number one. Drum roll, please. Run it back. There we go. Boom. The drum roll for number one for this week. Folks, it's just the biggest book in the industry right now. It's the hottest book in the aftermarket. I featured it on my list back in August. It has taken on an entire life of its own. Everyone's talking about it. Folks are loving it. It's actually a pretty damn good story. But I said it back then, and I'm saying it now. It's just worth the covers alone. Top quality, but when you read the story, it's like, oh shit, it's actually pretty good. Number one can be no one else. Mark Spears Monsters, folks, ladies and gentlemen. On my list for number one, Mark Spears Monsters, and number three, all the covers. All the covers. And yeah, I pre-ordered the entire set. As a matter of fact, I pre-ordered 3 copies of each one. I kid you not. I have 3 copies of each one. I'm loving the anniversary, the old school Marvel anniversary border. Love that. Loving the witch. I love the I think she's a vampire hunter chick. Anyway, dude, like killer. Dracula and his bride's killer cover. Dude, Frankenstein is a killer cover. They're all killer covers. All the covers. Mark Spears, Monsters, number 3. Yeah, it is the hottest book in the comic book industry right now, by far. I've seen different people's remarks and comments on it. I feel like there's 2 people. There's people that are digging the series, and then there's people that didn't get their hands on it, and they're just hating life, and they're all like, it's not that good. It is actually. It's like, I'm sorry you didn't get your copy early, but no, it's actually really good. It's that good. Yeah, let's do it, folks. There it is. Bad Boy Nerds. F.O.C. Top 10. Let's run it back. Come again at number 10, Zootopia, because why not? $1 billion franchise, comic book debut. Number 9, Galactus, Transform Spider-Gwen. Let's see what happens with that. Number 8, Ripperland, Jack the Ripper in a high-tech Victorian England in the 22nd century. Just saying that just sounds insanely cool. 7, 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Sabretooth, the dead don't talk, but new character debuts might talk, so you might have to check that issue out. High Republic Adventures. Do y'all remember I used to say buy everything High Republic? Remember I used to say that over and over the past 2 years? Buy them all. It's the easiest spec play in the galaxy. That's kind of cooled down, but the annuals are pretty dope, so pre-order that. Battle of Jakku, The Last Stand. Supposed to introduce a historical character that's never been seen before. I don't know. Let's find out. Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon, because hell yes. Dude, Bad Batch is badass. Ghost Agent, greatness. And last but not least, you can pre-order Mark Spears' Monsters right now. They do sell out. They sell out in shops. They rarely make it on the shelf. If you have a nice honey pot and they're on your shelf, grab it. Otherwise, just order them from King's Spot. They'll deliver it to your door. Hold on, what did you say? You said Star Wars all day. Dude, I've been a Star Wars fan my entire life. I really have. That batch is excellent. I'm really looking forward to this. Again, great heavy cardstock with the coated cover. Pretty much every issue is a 9.9. like sharp, razor sharp edges and corners. Every issue is a minimum of 9.8, probably 9.9. So you get the best quality with these books. It's written by J. Michael. Is he writing J. Michael Straczynski? I think he's writing that. Oh no, Michael Moretti writes hyperspace stories. J. Michael Straczynski is writing Doctor Doom. Yo, I can't wait to see that shit. I can't wait to see it. Anyway, yeah, folks, that's it. I tell you what, I'm putting out every week. I put out the entire list on Instagram, so you can go check it out. One of these days, I'm going to crack the 1,000 follower. And if I crack the 1,000 follower, I'll probably do something crazy, like celebrate by sending out a CGC 9.8. I don't know. I can't seem to crack 1,000 followers, but the faithful 900 and odd people, you guys always appreciate me for what I do. So shout out to the 900 faithful that follow me. It's always awesome. I do it for y'all. I do it for me, actually, but I do it for y'all too. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here. I'll catch you all on Instagram. If you showed up live, thanks for showing up live. Otherwise, I'll catch y'all later.